hi there. Do you want the ultimate driving machine? Something fast, low to the ground, good in the corners, but you don't want to make a compromise on space? Well, BMW's got your back with something like this 3 Series wagon. But what if the hardware store has a really good deal on mulch? You need a bunch of 2x4s and you're doing a lot of renovations, but you still want to go fast in the corners and go fast in a straight line? Well, you got to build your own. Well, folks, it's not every day that I get to say that I'm standing beside a 2022 BMW M4 Competition xDrive. Well, this is or was a G82. Now it's a G81.5 because, well, as you can see, some of it is missing, and for good reason. We wanted more utility for the top of the line M4 that we got over here. And well, this was built for the SEMA year 2022-2023, and it did a bang up job over there. This entire rear end was shaped and remolded into this truck bed that you can see right here. It was fully reinforced with tubing, so it is actually stiffer than it was from the factory. It has got loads of space and all the access panels are still accessible. It does indeed have a working tailgate. Rear end of the beautiful M4 Ute, and first thing you can see right here is actually the factory Competition spoiler still sits on what is now the tailgate. We've got this giant carbon fiber bit and also the diffuser. This car is loaded with carbon fiber that is all also built by Dinmann, the builder of the M4 Ute over here. And well, let's go ahead and see how much space we get in the fully functioning tailgate of the M4 Ute. And it is incredible, actually. It is a very usable bed. It is all steel construction, and we've got all the access panels as the stock car. You still can open all this, access your battery and all the other gizmos, topped out fenders for your wheels, and it is bed lined, so you can very well use it just like you would with a regular truck and still go very, very fast and sound really, really good. So let's go ahead and take a listen to the exhaust on this M4 Ute. Let's take a closer look at the side profile of the M4 truck or the Ute. Well, folks, anything with a bed we call a truck. Honestly, anything that's a bit lifted off the ground, it's United States culture, we just call it a truck. But the proper terminology for this is a Ute, and that means it is a unibody construction. You don't see a seam right here. Your bed is actually embedded as part of the body panels on the vehicle. Our Australian friends down under would be able to tell you more about all that stuff down in the comments below. But another gorgeous detail about this car are those performance BMW wheels that are indeed forged. And the focus on this car is not just to be a truck, it's to be a truck that performs like an absolute monster. We've got these really gorgeous side skirts that kick up into the fender up here. They look really good on this Competition M4. We have these fenders that are also built by the same builder, and the louver style in the center looks absolutely phenomenal. The carbon work on this car up close is really high quality. We've got a front lip over here. We've got, of course, Dinmann's Instagram over here if you guys want to see more of the details of what he does, and if you want carbon bits for your car, hit him up. And well, since we're over here, we're gonna go ahead and pop the hood and show you all the nitty-gritty under there. Oh, and here it is under the hood of the M4 Ute, and it's a sea of carbon. You hardly see any plastic. All these covers are made out of carbon fiber, of course skinned, and even all these bars are carbon fiber. We do have a pure turbo on this car, so definitely far from stock, making tons and tons of power. And we do have a one-of-one Wagner tuning carbon fiber intake manifold, so we got a one-of-one intake manifold on a one-of-one car. You might think the interior of a custom M4 Ute might not be all that different, but hey, this one is very different because it is loaded with carbon fiber, starting with these seat backs that are full carbon fiber, of course done by Dinmann as well. All these parts, if you are interested in, hit him up and you can get from him. We've got the same original back panel from the M4 that's worked over here with the speakers and all that stuff, so we could keep it as factory as possible. We even have the original seat bottoms down here, which is pretty cool. So if you have passengers that are just legs, maybe they could ride in the back. I wasn't lying when I said carbon everywhere. The side of the seats, even the door sills are all carbon fiber. Take a look at this door panel, your door handle, all that stuff is absolutely coated in the gorgeous carbon fiber. Let's go ahead and take a look at the driver's cockpit. And did I say cockpit? Well, yes, I did, because take a look at this jet fighter style yoke steering wheel on this thing. It looks absolutely bonkers. The madness doesn't end there though. We've got all the carbon bits spanning across the dash on this M4 Competition, as you get reminded by the plaque right there. Of course, we've got the black and red two-tone letter on the interior. The steering column even is coated in carbon fiber, of course, around your AC vents and spanning to the other door. Once again, if you look back here, we've got a little bit of extra storage, and all the custom glass in the back was actually cut for this vehicle, and it's all type of a Lexan glass that they painted and installed on this thing, which looks almost like factory did it. I mean, really cool craftsmanship. And I can't look at this driver's seat any longer without wanting to be sitting in it, because let's go ahead and take this wild build for a spin and just see what it's about. Let's go. All right, driving the M4 Maloo. This thing is eager, y'all. That pure turbo paired with a custom boot mod tune, this thing moves. Plus, you got less weight on the rear wheels. The craziest part of driving this car is, of course, all the looks you're gonna get. Everybody's jaw, regardless of their age, is going to be on the floor. Everyone's gonna be staring at what the heck just passed them, especially because, well, it sounds like this. And well, it definitely makes a ruckus and lets its presence be known to everybody. This is what special builds like this are all about. They're about putting a smile on your face and ultimately on anybody that sees its face. You can't ignore this car. I mean, if you're into cars, this is going to catch your eyes because, well, it's a one-of-one. Whether you're a lover of it or a hater, you're going to acknowledge it and probably go home and tell your friends about what you just saw. Handling wise, it is sitting on Continental tires, courtesy of Continental, and it is gripping these corners very, very well. The 8-speed transmission, as always, is working phenomenally. And this yoke steering wheel is pretty cool, actually. It's got really nice thumb points, and the Alcantara makes sure that your hands stay gripped onto it. It's a pretty cool experience, especially when you look behind you and you see the tailgate. So throughout the years, enthusiasts have done their own version of a utilitarian BMW pickup, and well, this is the only G chassis one. And well, the owner calls it a G84 because, well, they don't make anything with that chassis code, so it's fitting for the M4 Compute to wear the G84 chassis code. But if you guys know anything about the history of these cars, BMW made their own track runners. They built an E30 back in the day. I'll put the picture somewhere up here. And they also, something I saw as a kid, built a E93 version that they had Dinmann plating in the back, and they were using it for all kinds of duties around the track. It was a BMW performance car. So the C1 built off of the latest M4 is actually pretty cool. This is probably the only one that was bought brand new with the intention of being converted into a pickup truck. And that just makes it that much more special that right after the first oil change, this thing was taken into the shop and cut up to be turned into this awesome little ute. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man, and I want to send a special thanks to each and every one of you behind the screen right there. For 10,000 subscribers, we are not stopping there. We're gonna keep going with some badass content to come to you weekly. And well, if you don't know by now, Seize the Speed has some badass stuff, so subscribe right now if you're not, to not miss out on the new content coming out. I also want to send a special thanks to my friend for letting me drive this car. I will leave his Instagram down there. If you want carbon parts for your BMW, do not hesitate. You're not gonna find any better quality parts anywhere else. If you enjoyed watching this video, smash that thumbs up button. Leave your thoughts on the M4U in the comments below. Love it, hate it, I want to hear it all. Have a great day, peace out, and I'm out.